Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, I'm here with my boy Devin. A lot of you guys fucking know him because I always go, hey, shout out to Devin because he lets me borrow his cards because he has fucking more cards than I do.
Sick.
Which is oh, well, more relevant cards. Sick. You know what I mean? You guys know I have a lot of cards, but you know, you've seen him play on the you've seen him play on the matches and stuff, and he cooked me when I was playing trains with this deck. And a lot of people want to see it, so we're just going to bring it to him, and he can just tell you what's up with it. I think this deck is very interesting. If he wasn't playing it already, I would have probably, in some sort, picked it up just to test with it. But a lot of the times, too, the cards just look very similar to me, and without further ado, let's get right on into it, bro.
I mean, they do all look the same.
They all do, yeah.
Exosisters.
Patches pay 8, feel great.
Pay 8, feel great. It's not the only one. So your standard lineup there is 3 Martha.
Any merit these?
She's the best starter. Just reveal her in hand, special summon her and Ellis. Her from hand, Ellis from deck.
Yeah, and this is when you control no monsters or only Exosisters?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, it's no monsters or only exceeds.
Oh, only exceeds, okay. Perfect.
So you can use it with some generic ass exceed, and it doesn't matter. Then you got 2 Stella, 2 Sophia, and the worst one Irene.
One Irene, yeah. Shout out my grandma. That's my grandma's name.
Stella's probably the next best one. When she's on board, she'll let you just special summon one from hand. Sophia, when she's on board with another Exosister, you can just draw a card. And Irene, you can also draw a card, but you have to put an Exosister back from your hand into the deck first, so it's the worst version.
Yeah. But you'd still play one, so it's fine.
They all also share the effect where if your opponent moves a card from the graveyard, while they place up on the
you
field,
just rank the fucking shit up. Dude,
they just exceed someone.
Dude, I forget that every time I'm playing against Devin, I'll just go, hey, dude, what do I not do? Move a card from graveyard. I'm going to move a card from graveyard. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to rank both of these up, dude, right after you do that. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, all right, that's a lot sick.
Another great starter, the Spirit Package.
That shit's insane.
The Exosister exceeds are actually generic.
Yeah, which is
they gain extra effects if they are summoned using Exosisters, but going first, that doesn't matter. So.
This is the one that searches this, and then this just reveals to normal Spirit, which can be itself.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Stratos for a Spirit, and then extra normal summon himself.
He pulled a Royal Run on Master Rule.
Yeah, I did. I run 4 Bestials.
Yeah.
Just
he chose to go aggro with this deck, which I think is way better than just playing a shitload of hand traps. Yeah.
Some people I've seen and have talked to about the deck, they don't like Bestials because it conflicts with Martha. You cannot special summon the same turn you use Martha, anything except an Exoseed or an Exosister.
Yeah, Exosister, yeah.
But you can still normal Martha and banish a card from the graveyard. Martha's different than the rest of them. You can actually trigger her rank up effect yourself.
Yeah.
Your opponent doesn't have to
move
the card.
Which is insane, yeah.
So then you just special summon the Bestial and it triggers it.
Yeah, and plus a big thing about it too is the
they're all light level 4.
Right, light level 4. So if they de-barrier you, it gives you Chaos Angel access. Right. So you can at least end on a light dark Chaos Angel. Plus these are just insane. So plus this is really good against Colossus. So it's like
Colossus. Which actually hurts this deck. It searches a lot.
yeah. Sorry, Droll hurts my deck too. So.
And then just the most degen card in the deck.
But also another thing, since he's playing the fucking Bestials, he can just loop this multiple turns because he can Bestial. He can D-Shifter, Bestial, banish the D-Shifter, and then D-Shifter again, which is just gross. I
also always have multiple of these, so it's
he does.
Annoying without the Bestial. I'm just like, hey, now this one's dead.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
For the spells, 3 packs.
That card is unfair, I think.
It's a quick play spell, pay 800 life points.
Feel great.
Feel great. Add any Exosister card.
By the way.
Exosister card.
Not monster card.
If it is a monster, all of the Exosister monsters, they mention another name in their text. If the name that whatever you add is mentioned is on the field or in the graveyard, you can just special summon it right away.
It's like a utility.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
3 Lance.
It's just dodges fucking Imperm. See you later.
Yeah, Imperm's a big hit to this deck sometimes. But it's also just been great where they're like, hey, I'm going to swing into your 2,500 attack monster with a 3K, and you're like, no, Lance it.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, too, I feel like this deck has a very good matchup against Stun, because I know a lot of people are playing Stun right now, so, like, you know, it dodges the weird back rows, or when they try and swing with, you know, something, like, you could just normal, so what's Martha's stats, or, like, what are their stats? They're pretty low.
They're all
but,
pretty low in the main deck.
Yeah, some of them are higher, but, like, you could just make them lose 8 and then not lose the battle, so...
if they don't send a spell or trap, it also helps dodge Droplet.
Yeah, that too. Yep. Which has happened.
Two tactical talents.
Yeah. Draw Martha and Pax. Yeah.
I've done that.
Yeah, I know.
Hand traps can hurt in certain spots, so as long as you don't get drolled, this just kind of makes up for it.
Yeah, and also shout out to the new meta where, you know, the 10 pies are playing like 23 hand traps or some shit, so that card's just always alive, like, you know what I mean? So,
my favorite spell card in the deck, Armament.
Is this the rank up one?
It is.
Yeah.
I've not seen literally anyone else play this card.
Yeah. I think this card's underrated as fuck, too, because it's a quick play, right?
Yeah, it's a quick play spell. You can't even play it on your turn unless your opponent controls a monster special summon from the grave.
So that's fine.
But you play it on your opponent's turn, it's just rank up.
Also 10 pies. Sorry.
It ranks up an Exceed monster. You just summon a different Exosister Exceed name, which can help lock out of the graveyard from special summons and card effects, because there are 2 different Exosister Exceeds that do one of each. And if you summon both, then the turn just gets started off.
Yeah.
1 Carpdivium.
That card's broken, too.
Card does several different things.
Yeah, it does 19 things.
It's the best card.
Yeah.
It gives Exosisters like a certain amount of protection from cards that are special summoned from the grave. And then if a battle is declared involving an Exosister, you can just pop a spell or trap. As well as when you Exceed summon, you can declare a card name and just cross out it for the turn.
Yeah, which is just super wild.
Especially since the deck can Exceed summon on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
And then just 1 called by.
Also, one thing I do want to point out, too, real fast, is I think if you de-shifter them, I think it's completely fine, because you would just leave Martha and the other guy, and then if they move a fucking card from graveyard, you're like...
Yeah, but cards are never going to the grave.
Yeah, well, if you open shifter, then you already won the game, but... Unless it's against Flutter. But you know what I'm saying, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the deck has a lot of ways to just prevent your opponent from playing, and that's why I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very interactive. And then for the traps, just 3 Imperm, 3 Evenly.
Yeah, very good.
The deck can go for second just fine and still OTK, because their best Exceed can attack twice.
Yep.
But if they have too big of a board that you have to handle, this just helps you get rid of their board and then establish your own to where they won't be able to play turn 3. And then the best...
Yeah, and that card just makes my fucking brain hurt every single time I see it.
Yeah. You can only play it when you control only Exosister monsters, a minimum of 1, pay 100 life points, banish a card on the field or in the graveyard, and then it has 2 bullet points. You can use one of each, or one or the other, depending on what's happened during that turn. If you have already Exceed summoned, you can just banish another card your opponent controls.
Yeah, I mean,
and
fair.
then if you haven't Exceed summoned, you can use the other bullet point. Just use monsters you control to Exceed summon.
Yeah.
So
just broken, dude. Yeah, let's get to the extra deck, where the entire extra deck is just Gear X plus...
That's not entirely true.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Gear X Dweller, so you know what I mean. Yeah.
The one link.
The
monster,
one link, yeah,
the
dude.
one link. SP Little Knight.
Yeah,
just 2
shout out
get
to
of a
Cody,
card.
right?
And the one synchro.
Yeah.
No tuner required.
No tuner required.
Every monster in the deck is a light or a dark. So.
I also want to point out one more time that I remember the guys that commented on the Dark World profile. They were like, "Am I missing something? Where's the tuner for Chaos Angel?" And I was like, "Just read Chaos Angel." But you know,
Very good.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the deck, Exceed
Yeah.
monsters.
The bane of my existence, right here. Yeah.
2 Caspatel. The turn she is summoned using an Exosister monster, neither player can special summon from the graveyard.
Yeah.
So just kind of turns off Horus.
Yeah, Surge is a spell too.
Or
monster,
This
sorry.
one's the monster.
Yep.
Detach one material from it. Just wrote a Exosister monster.
Gear X Dweller.
Well, not Dweller, but the other one's Dweller.
Oh, yeah.
3 Michaelis. I prefer
Might as
3
well
of this
fucking
one.
be Dweller. Yeah.
I prefer 3 of this one just for the grind game if you get there.
That's one that's sort of spell trap.
Yeah, she's the turn she's special summoned using Exosisters as material. She has a quick effect, just banish a card, non-targeting.
Yeah. Trident's still banned.
Or she targets, I'm sorry. The other one doesn't target. She just banishes a card, either on the field or in the graveyard, and then once per turn you can detach a material from her and just add a spell or trap Exosister monster from Exosister spell or trap.
Spell trap, yeah.
From deck to hand. You could add a monster if you had packs.
Yeah, if you had, so it's
Which
the
is
same
why-
fucking thing.
Which is why I run 3 of her anyway,
Yeah.
because
Nice.
if this is all you have and you're out of resources, you're screwed.
Yeah.
And then the best one,
Yeah, this is the
Magnifica.
that's the card that's like fucking $8 million because it only has I think 2 or 3 prints. Is it a Starlight and this or?
I think it only has 1 print.
I know it's a Starlight.
Yeah, but it's a Starlight in the same
And
box.
in the
so-
same set.
in the
Yeah.
same-
So.
so, this card does a lot of things. It can attack twice, like Cyber Twin Dragon. 2,800
Cyber Twin
attack,
Dragon.
which is why
Yeah.
I referenced him when I
Yeah,
mentioned him.
absolutely.
She has a quick effect. She's the non-target. Banish a card on your opponent's board.
Quick effect.
And then another quick effect. In response to your opponent's card or effect activation, she can take one of the materials that's underneath her, put it back in the extra deck, and immediately resummon it using
Yeah.
her as the full material.
Very fair.
Which triggers, like, Kais Patel's no graveyard
yeah, just the whole
summons.
9, dude.
Combo combo.
Yeah, this card's just.
And then around 2, Asiofiel, or however you want to pronounce that.
Yeah.
This one is literally the Dweller.
Yeah, that's the Dweller.
The turn in
yeah,
which
yeah.
it's summoned using Exosisters as material, neither player can activate card effects in the grave.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Also, you can detach a card or a material from her, just bounce a monster your opponent controls.
That's fair.
3.
And then just the one Gibran, she's not as broken as the rest of them, but she is the combo piece for the OTK. Her effect is detach a material from her, and all your exceeds gain 800 attack.
Yeah.
So just her and Magnifica on board after you've cleared their board with all the banishes that
Is
the deck
game.
has is game. So,
Yeah. Attack twice +8. See you later.
and then just for the last 3,
Yeah, just the Zeus, the Typhon, and the fucking...
the Baguska.
the Bagooskis.
They're all the monsters in the deck
Yeah,
are level
it's just-
4. So
yeah,
it's a good card, and why not?
It's
run
just so insane, too. Also, just the Typhon, too, is just like, you know, kind of the icing on the cake. Because what's the attack twice chick? What's her attack?
28.
28, yeah. So, there you go. See you later.
So she's unaffected by
Yeah,
it
exactly.
entirely.
Which is ridiculous. So, anything else to say, bro? Yeah, deck's
I
insane.
enjoy this deck a lot.
Yeah, I would like to pick it up and play it too, myself. I think it's also just a very good, like, if you guys can't, like, afford shit to play, I think this is another deck to, like, you know, you could do that. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Cheers.